It is time to get rid of all the wanting, the wishing, the hoping, and it's time to start knowing. Hey, what's up, my friend? It's Cletus Coffey, the founder of Recovering Athlete Coaching and Training. And this video is all about something I was so guilty of for most of my athletic career and pretty much my entire career as an entrepreneur, as a business person, as a father. And it all stems from what I learned as an athlete. I'm willing to bet you learned this too. It's a paradigm that we have to shift. If you want to achieve greater results in your life, we got to shift this paradigm. And that is hoping and wishing and wanting to achieve certain results in our life. Now, how many times have you told someone leading into, think about when you're an athlete, when you went into a particular game, a particular race, a particular match, and said, gosh, I hope we win, or I really wish that I could finish first. I hope you play well. Gosh, I really want to run well today. It's this language that we throw out there that is not serving us, that's not helping us perform at our very best. Let me tell you why. Because when we are hoping and wishing, we're not connecting ourselves with the effort and the work that we can put into this particular activity, sport, for example. And so what we do is we actually throw out this language to protect ourselves. Yeah, I hope we play well. What you're afraid to say is, gosh, you know what? I'd be really angry and upset if we lost. I'd be really frustrated if we got beat, or I'm going to be embarrassed if we lose. So we just, we kind of throw these little lighthearted words out there. Yeah, I hope we win. Hope we play well. Gosh, I really wish, the team showed up and played well. It's just it's subtle, but it's powerful. There's such a disconnection between that thinking and that language and your results. Because what happens is when you don't play well, when you don't get the result that you want, then you're able to go back to those individuals and say, I knew there was a chance we wouldn't play well. Or, gosh, we really didn't show up. You're able to kind of explain away your failure. This is something athletes do constantly, and we need to break free from it. I did it. I'm willing to bet you did as well. Now, let's look at how we take this over into life after sport. Now we do the same thing. Gosh, I hope I get a raise. I really want this job. I'm wishing that my kids would perform well or get good grades. We're hoping and wishing and wanting and just kind of putting it out there and hopes that things will go well, they'll turn out. And if not, you're able to explain it away and say, well, you know what? I didn't think we were going to win anyway. No. We have to get past that behavior and that thinking and get out of the wishing and the hoping and even praying. Not to say you can't pray on. We have to get out of the hoping and the wishing and the wanting and get into the knowing. It's all about knowingness. Once I understood the power of knowingness, my life completely changed. Now, knowingness takes courage. Knowingness can be uncomfortable when you first get started, but knowingness will change your results. I mean, almost instantaneously. In your next conversation, in your next meeting, I encourage you to go in with a level of knowingness that you know what results are going to happen. You know what level of performance is you are going to have. You know it to be true. You know it's going to happen. Well, Cletus, hold on a second. If I sit there and say, I know I'm going to make $1 million this year and I don't get it, well, I failed. Hold on a second. I'm not saying that knowingness means it's like a genie, instant genie in a lamp. Like, here's your 3 wishes, boom, 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 you got it. It's not instantaneous. I mean, this is a long-term play. But the more you approach every activity with a level of knowingness, not wishing, hoping, and praying, you'll start to see just subtle to even big changes. So go into an event, go into a speaking engagement, go into starting a business knowing that it's going to work out. And if it doesn't, It's an incredibly powerful, amazing, beautiful learning lesson. An opportunity for you to get better and grow. And that's the thing. We as athletes were taught win-loss, success, failure. So if I'm not successful, then I have failed. So I start this business and I go into it and I tell everyone I know it's going to succeed. I know it, and it doesn't. I got egg on my face, right, Cletus? No, you don't. You have an incredible learning lesson that no one else has. That's what separates you from everybody else. I tell you where this is interesting, a funny little tale, but where I actually saw this for the very first time play out. I play golf, not very much of it, not very often. I enjoy it. But I remember putting. Putting was always a very stressful thing for me. I'd stand over that ball. If you've ever played golf before, you know it's an incredibly difficult game, especially when it comes to putting. And I'd stand over a putt and I would just say, gosh, I hope this would go in. Oh, it'd be amazing. I'd do well in this hole. I'd take some money from my friend, whatever. I was crossing my fingers. I hope things go well. And what would happen? I wouldn't make the putt. I went into it for the first time and I shifted my mindset and said, I know this ball's going to go in. I know it. I know it to be true. I line up, I take a putt, and sometimes it went in and sometimes it didn't. But I tell you what, I don't practice putting, this isn't magic, but the more and more I was putting with a mindset of knowingness, my putting game improved better than I don't practice. And so it's just something subtle like that. Look at this, we're out here in the ocean, wind's blowing. I know I'm gonna get this video done, and I know I'm gonna serve you on a level that's gonna help you. So you gotta go into it with a level of knowingness. You can do this. And if it doesn't pan out, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be embarrassed of. It's nothing to look back and go, gosh, I told everyone I was gonna make this happen and it didn't. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. Just like we did for those of you who played team sports and had half times or breaks and quarters or periods. You took massive action, you analyzed that action, and you adjusted accordingly. Go into a level of knowingness, and I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. Know it to be true. Go into that meeting knowing you're going to land the sale. Go into the next job interview knowing you're going to land the gig. Knowingness, it's incredibly powerful. And so it is, my friend.